Imagine you're just having some routine maintenance done in your bedroom when you discover a series of cameras and wires you never knew were there. You have no idea how long they were there for and what private moments may have been recorded and by whom. ये कोई टीवी ड्रामा या नेटफ्लिक्स का थ्रिलर नहीं है. This is the reality of one high court judge who was being blackmailed by the intelligence agencies in his own country for making the decisions independently. And he wasn't alone. In late March, an exclusive letter signed by 6 of the 8 Islamabad High Court judges alleges instances of kidnapping, torture, and judicial interference on a huge scale. अगर ये एलिगेशन सच निकली तो ये दो चीज़ें साबित करती हैं. एक कि हमारी जुडिशरी जो कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के तहत इज़ वन ऑफ द स्टेट्स 3 पिलर्स एंड जस्ट एज इम्पॉर्टेंट एज द प्राइम मिनिस्टर एंड द पार्लियामेंट इज़ नॉट बीइंग अलाउड टू फंक्शन इंडिपेंडेंटली. और दो कि हमारी आर्म्ड फोर्सेस पॉलिटिकल और जुडिशियल मैनिपुलेशन में एक्टिव हैं. इंट्रीग्ड? लेट्स समझो एक्सप्लेन. Pakistan's judicial system comprises superior and subordinate courts, with the Supreme Court, Federal Shariat Court, and 5 high courts at the apex. The High Court of Pakistan is the principal court of the province and has appellate jurisdiction over the lower courts. High Court judges are considered the senior most after the Chief Justice of Pakistan and have significant responsibility to uphold the rule of law and ensuring fair administration of justice. मगर जब जुडिशरी और जजेस ही अपने राइट्स और इंसाफ के लिए स्ट्रगल कर रहे हों तो सिटीजन्स को कैसे मिलेगा? On March 25th, 6 out of 8 sitting judges of the Islamabad High Court submitted a complaint to the Chief Justice of Pakistan, requesting guidance from the Supreme Judicial Council on the appropriate course of action for judges facing instances of blackmail, harassment, and coercion from members of the executive, including operatives of intelligence agencies. The SJC or the Supreme Judicial Council consists of Pakistan's Chief Justice and 4 other top judges, 2 from the Supreme Court and High Courts, and is Pakistan's legal watchdog. Incident itself was not surprising for the nation, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान की आवाम अब बहुत बाशऊर हो चुकी है और बहुत कुछ जानती है. मगर इससे हर पाकिस्तानी ये सोचने पर ज़रूर मजबूर हुआ है कि आखिर ऐसा कब तक जारी रहेगा. और इस बात पे ज़रूर सरप्राइज्ड है कि जजेस हैड द गट्स टू स्पीक पब्लिकली अबाउट व्हाट इंटेलिजेंस एजेंसीज आर डूइंग. Consequently, there are strong calls from every corner of the country for a probe into this matter. So what does this letter contain? In a letter written by the 6 judges of the IHC, Mohsin Akhtar Kiani, Tariq Mahmood Jahangiri, Babar Sattar, Sardar Ejaz Ishaq Khan, Arbab Muhammad Tahir, and Saman Rafat Imtiaz, dated March 25th, judges outlined 7 reported incidents of interference and intimidation aimed at influencing the outcome of high-profile political cases, including those related to former Prime Minister Imran Khan. More than 100 cases against former PM Imran Khan were brought before the IHC, with the 6 signatory judges saying that the considerable pressure was brought to bear on them by the spy agencies. अगर ये सच है तो प्रूव करता है कि एस्टेब्लिशमेंट का इमरान खान को निकालने में हाथ है. One of the extreme incidents reported in the letter involved the abduction of the brother-in-law of an IHC judge by armed individuals who claimed to be ISI operatives. During the abduction, the victim was given electric shock and coerced into recording a video containing fabricated allegations, apparently against the judge. Following this, a complaint was lodged against the judge before the SJC and a coordinated media campaign was run to exert the pressure on the judge to resign. This entire scheme was orchestrated to sway the judge in the favor of their will. Another alarming incident was when during the regular maintenance an Islamabad High Court judge discovered that his official residence had been covertly bugged with spy cameras concealed in both the drawing room and bedroom. Upon retrieving data from the surveillance equipment, it was revealed that private videos of the judge and his family members had been stored. The matter was reported to the Chief Justice of the IHC. However, nothing happened. The letter further highlighted that during a bench hearing a plea to disqualify PTI leader Imran Khan for allegedly hiding his daughter Tyrian White, 2 out of 3 judges dismissed the petition as inadmissible. These judges faced pressure from ISI operatives through friends and family members. The letter stated that the situation got so stressful that one of the judges had to be admitted to the hospital due to high blood pressure. This issue was raised with the Chief Justice of the IHC and then Chief Justice of Pakistan. The former conveyed to the judges that he had communicated with the DG of ISI and received assurances that no official would approach the judges. However, the letter complained that despite the assurances, interference from the intelligence operatives continued. And this alleged interference was not limited to IHC. In May 2023, a district and sessions judge testified in court that crackers had been thrown into his home as an intimidation tactic. However, there were no further investigations and that judge was subsequently transferred. Additionally, the judges included copies of previous letters addressed to the Chief Justice of the Islamabad High Court. These letters detailed effort by ISI officials to exert pressure on IHC judges. The judges also supported the demand of the former IHC judge Shaukat Aziz Siddiqui for a probe into the allegations of the interference by ISI operatives. In 2018, Justice Siddiqui made an explosive speech at the Rawalpindi Bar, naming specific members of the establishment including the Army Chief and Chief Justice in a conspiracy to keep former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif in jail. अगर ये सच है तो नवाज शरीफ का सवाल मुझे क्यों निकाला का जवाब यही है कि एस्टेब्लिशमेंट ने फ्लिप फ्लॉप करके उसको निकाला, just like Imran Khan after him. Justice Siddiqui said judges like him were being pressured by the ISI to make certain decisions. He was promptly called before the SJC and dismissed without investigation. The decision was only recently overruled, but still no investigation was carried out. The judges concluded the letter with the following statement. We therefore request that a judicial convention be called to consider the matter of interference of intelligence operatives with judicial functions. और ये जुडिशल कमीशन उनको मज़ीद बताए कि इस सिचुएशन में जब कोई इंस्टीट्यूशन इंटरफेयर कर रहा हो तो जजेस को क्या करना चाहिए. Now imagine if someone is not letting you do your job or you're being pressured into giving judgments that are wrong. This meddling and intimidation not only led to the loss of jobs and livelihood for judges from top to bottom but also compromised the integrity of the law itself. इस लेटर के बाद पूरी कंट्री में हलचल मच गई and a series of developments unfolded reflecting the gravity of the situation. On March 30th, a cabinet meeting was held where Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif approved the constitution of an inquiry commission to investigate the letter and nominated the former Chief Justice of Pakistan Tasadduq Hussain Jilani as the head of the commission. दूसरी तरफ, the opposition PTI rejected the government's move to set up an inquiry commission and called for the resignation of both CJP Isa and Chief Justice of IHC Amir Farooq, citing their perceived inaction regarding the interference of intelligence agencies in judicial affairs. लेकिन इंक्वायरी कमीशन तो बन नहीं सका क्योंकि ऑन 1 अप्रैल तसद्दुक हुसैन जिलानी ने हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब को एक ख़त लिखा एंड ही विड्रू फ्रॉम हेडिंग एन इंक्वायरी कमीशन. More than 300 lawyers had already written to the Supreme Court arguing that any government-led commission would lack the essential independence and authority to investigate the allegations. And then the Supreme Court of Pakistan took a suo motu notice of the letter and formed a 7-member bench. On 2nd April, all 8 judges of the IHC, including the Chief Justice of Islamabad High Court, Amir Farooq, and the 6 who authored the letter, received threatening letters containing a chemical powder. Simultaneously, judges of the Supreme Court as well as of the Lahore High Court also reported receiving similar letters. अब ऐसा तो CID में भी नहीं होता जैसा पाकिस्तान में हो रहा है. किसी को नहीं पता कि केमिकल पाउडर किसने भेजा और जजेस को क्यों थ्रेट किया गया, और इन लेटर्स पे भी हर इंसिडेंट की तरह इंक्वायरी जारी है. On 3rd April, a 7-member bench headed by the Chief Justice of Pakistan Qazi Faiz Issa heard the suo motu case. Following the initial hearing, Justice Yahya Afridi, a member of the bench, opted to withdraw from the proceedings. अब यहाँ ये बात समझ नहीं आती कि हर कोई हेयरिंग सुनने से ऑप्ट आउट क्यों कर रहा है. Are they under enormous pressure? The Supreme Court on 25th April constituted a new bench led by CJP Qazi Faiz Issa to hear the case. A 6-member bench took the case for hearing on April 30th. During the hearing, the bench pledged to stop the intimidation and uphold judicial independence. Ironically, our constitution guarantees judicial independence, yet judges face intrusion with both mental and physical intimidation. Today, 6 judges have courageously spoken out against injustice, advocating for judicial autonomy. Their stand will not only shape the future of the judiciary but also influence the functioning of Pakistan's institutions. If you want the biggest issues in Pakistan explained in a way you can actually understand, consider subscribing and stay aware with Samjho.